I think one of your daughter said, "Oh my God, there's more than one of them."
Yeah.
You just jump right
I don't want to take any more of his time.
No,
Let's rock and roll.
I want to first of all introduce LJ. He's my right-hand guy on my left. You're right.
LJ's awesome.
Yeah, and the idea that we've read is that it's a lean journey, and that is the truth. My dear hysterical and cynical friend Nick said, it's a 10-year process, just so you know. And I just, he put a number to it, and I thought, well, I couldn't imagine abandoning what we've done so far. I mean, what are the alternatives? So it's sort of like, you can't unsee it, as LJ says. So the wire got tripped, and here we are, and this blows my mind.
You can't unsee it.
And I got to say that and I'm going to burn about a minute, and then I'll back out and actually going to let our team talk. But what it comes down to is everybody here is influenced by Paul, the catalyst, and I just love it when I can see a guy like this get choked up, because that's where I operate from, is the heart. And it doesn't matter, how rich or poor we are, where we come from. We put our pants on one leg at a time, and the influence that we can have by using this as part of what we do, this continuous improvement of ourselves and our group, is incredible. So, short version, we began our journey 2.5 years ago. I had stumbled around in the dark for a couple years prior to that, trying to do this lean thing. And then I got a hold of Paul's book, and that gave me the clarity. Just prior to running to Paul's book, we picked up a book. I picked up Delivering Happiness by Tony Hsieh. Has anyone read that?
Awesome.
So he's talking about values and culture. And then we picked up The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni. Anybody read that?
Awesome.
That's our Bible, bookended by yours. And so we were already focused on values, and we did this as a group. And then we ran into you and your book, and it came down to us establishing our values as a group. And so my background and my interest has always been about values, principles. That's just the environment I was raised in. So focusing on values and then a total whole body commitment to making this happen puts us where we are right now, which is just now, I believe, the what's working to get us where we're starting to see some engagement on the part of the team here. I think you're going to see some sincere people. It's just getting going now after 2.5 years, as Ashley said. Just feeling like we're getting a little bit of traction, and I think it's because we're focused on principles and values. You'll see some references here to a lean workplace. You'll see some references to strong visual control and perhaps cross-training, where people can kind of relieve the burden on each other. So there's one tool, though, that LJ, who's my main guy here and my partner in this growth process, you made a point about the keys to success. Can you tell them really quickly about what that was? This is a blank sheet of paper to represent it.
So the keys to success, we realized that not always is there clarity about what's expected. So we know that we're saying all these things, we're talking about principles and these higher concepts, but people are just wide-eyed, want to help. They want to be engaged. They want to make a difference, but they may not know exactly what those steps are, the checklist, if you will.
Right.
So around Christmas time, we made a little sheet that's kind of like this, and I'm going to actually, when I get back to my seat, I'm going to email everybody the keys to success at XYLEM, because Paul is so kind to give us all your email addresses.
Yes, thank you. That was great. And you'll be getting some more emailings from us. Like pedestals.
Yeah. So I will ship off our keys to success. It's a little PDF, and maybe you could glean some great things from it. But it was basically what you do when you show up to XYLEM. Things like 3S'ing, things like making improvements. The backbone of what makes lean great, we're kind of lost on people who are just learning it for the first time.
Yeah.
They weren't as engaged as we are.
Right.
They were just hired off Craigslist. And now they're being asked to think deeply about themselves and about their work.
Yep.
So we made it very clear. You do these things. And after that, then you start the work.
Yep.
And it touches on other things like positivity and productivity and just being just a someone who's not creating static around them.
It's stupid simple.
What a concept. You're asking them to think deeply about themselves and about their work.
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
It doesn't happen very often.
That is really something.
And that's why we're kind of ruined for future jobs.
Right.
I'm not going to be able to go and to get a job at Burger King and say, hey guys, let's
Hey,
think
why don't we
about
try
hearts.
doing it this way? Yeah. I don't think so. That's a franchise model.
Right. So
Get out of
we
here.
made this card.
Yep.
We had people who were like, this card is my truck at lunch. I look at this card and I learn about what I'm supposed to be doing, and that was hugely helpful because it was us. It was our fault that they didn't understand.
Yep. Let's get this rolling. Don't
Okay.
want to waste your time. And take a look at the lens of respect as the cornerstone, the top value.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say culture. I mean, it's all about
Toyota
culture.
has nailed right out of the
One of the first things, you know, trying to get people immersed in the lean program. Once we made it a great learning environment where people felt safe and comfortable and not afraid to make mistakes, ask for help, and once the culture was there, it was really easy for me to get immersed in it, and I believe for other new people coming in the door to jump right on in. So meetings are absolutely critical. I mean, everything tends to devo, or you know, we tend to
What's Devo?
devolve.
Okay.
And you know, if we don't keep up on stuff like that, it gets dropped, and eventually we start losing some of those things that make us a strong company.
Improvements and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean,
What do you
there's
like?
visual indicators everywhere, which saves an immense amount of time. I know when I first started working here, I was constantly looking for somebody to help me, asking where I could find something, not knowing the right person to ask. Now we have everything labeled, you know exactly who can do what, you know exactly what tools go where, and color coded, and everything is a lot more efficient. No time wandering around.
Good.
Everybody has to continuously improve. Everybody does improvement every day. It makes our lives easier, which makes us run better.
Have you been here for how long?
2.5 years.
Okay, so what have you seen in that period of time in terms of our evolution? Struggles,
It's
accomplishments.
way less struggles. Every process we do is easier than it used to be. Not only just the entire environment. Just looking around, it's a completely different place.
What would you tell someone coming into this business, trying to do it at their place?
Stick with it. Keep doing it. You're gonna get beaten over the head, and keep doing it.
Is there a magic bullet or not?
No. Persistence.
A lot of 22 calibers, not one big shotgun shell.
Pretty much. Persistence.
Got it. What are you seeing that works for this company and makes us different?
A color-coded schedule.
A color-coded schedule. So that tool was a groundbreaker for you, or game changer?
When I first started working here, it just seemed like everyone kind of came in and everyone knew what they needed to do, but there was a big lack of understanding as to how much time, how your day was supposed to be spent.
Okay.
We came up with a schedule and has colors, and it's just really stupid simple. You see a color, you know what area, you know who you have to report to, you know what you're doing.
Simple and visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that goes hand in hand with the training matrix as well.
Cool. Tell me about our culture. Do you think we'd be where we were without the daily meetings or our values printed on the wall?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Wouldn't last too
I don't
long?
think it wouldn't last very long at all.
Cool.
Not with the meetings and everything like this thing right here.
Right?
All serves to sustain the culture that we're living in.
So if we had these cool tools and slapped them around the building and didn't talk about our values or have the daily meetings, do you think this stuff would stick or not?
No, you'd never look at it.
Yeah, doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any other thoughts or observations about what it's like to work here?
Yeah. Employee empowerment is key.
Okay. And it really means something to you or not?
It really does.
Okay.
I've come from too many places where the boss, it's what his word is and nothing else, and to be able to come on the floor my first day and say, hey, what's going on here? Why do we do it this way? Couldn't we change it to do it this way? To have the freedom to say that and speak your mind and be wrong is
Okay, you said something
fantastic.
earlier today. What was it? XYLEM is a good place to-
XYLEM is the best place to be wrong.
Yeah, so thank you. Appreciate it, Jake.
Yeah, I came back up here and visited for a week, and I saw how much their change actually happened. I've been hearing Greg talk about change a lot, and when I came and actually experienced it, I was blown away. And 4 months in now, I feel like it really is the daily katas, the sweep, sort, standardize, the daily improvements, the daily meetings that is, in my mind, the most important piece of what is driving this.
Cool.
Yeah, with that is the education, the knowledge sharing, the respect for people, yeah, and just the growing and the support and the teamwork. All of that is really, really awesome.
It's like kind of like a second home in a way, because it's the culture and the people that work here. Everybody is engaged completely, 100%. And if you're not, you don't need to be here. maybe this isn't for you. It's that I feel comfortable. I can come in and I know I have friends and coworkers at the same time, and it's really nice.
Feeling on that.
I came in here not being a woodworker, and I've learned a lot about woodworking, but I've learned more about how to be just a better worker in general and be more efficient and more effective in that way. And lean has had most to do with that.
Does any of this affect your personal life yet or not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I sort my house every weekend now, and I never used to.
Your roommates freaking out or what?
No. It's
They're
just
just
me.
enjoying the ride, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anything else? You good?
No, I'd say that I'm really happy to see when I first started here, there wasn't. People seem to be a little bit more into one position, and now the cross-training matrix has become an incredible tool. And so everybody's cross-trained in so many different areas now that we can all help out each other all over the shop. So it's really nice.
That's basically what Jake was talking about over here too, which is cross-training is part of Toyota's culture, and we try to really emulate that. It de-stresses stuff for everybody, right? So we get the job
To
done.
understand how lean has really affected us at home, you're just going to have to talk to our girlfriends.
That's right.
I think we've had a large improvement on standards, and you can see it from everywhere from our meetings to our Stone Edge. Our salespeople are being more standardized when they enter orders, so that's making a big improvement. It's easier to sort. Yeah, and especially being able to change things, move around. Like I set up my desk up here, got 2 screens. Just being able to improve on a daily basis has really helped.
So making your job easier,
Oh, definitely.
not a bad job.
No, not at all.
The main thing is that I really like is that you guys, we teach, we learn together how to solve problems.
Right.
And recognize people, when they're doing everything. You need to recognize people if they're doing good, if they're doing the best. That's one of those things that I really like about this whole thing. That's
The people part of it.
Yes.
So, there's some tools that we use, like maybe the Gemba board, or maybe the scheduling board, or maybe the current improvements board, right? Or the Ondon board. If we just had these tools and brought them in and didn't focus as much as we do on the people, do you think we'd have the same company? It's a loaded question.
No.
What do you think?
No.
You think it'd be a little bit...
It'll be harder. It'll be not as good as we are right now. With our tools, the cross training.
So cross training's a big one, right?
It's very important.
Okay.
That way.
Why? Yeah.
Why? Because that way you don't feel like you're the only person that can do one thing.
Right.
And let's say, if you have a lot of stuff to do, like a custom.
Right.
And it's only one person, it'll be bad, because you feel like no matter how hard you work, you're always gonna be super busy.
Right.
But if you got 2 or 3 people cross-trained, they can help you anytime you need some help, and you don't have to, spend a lot of time training, because they already know of a part of our culture is cross-trained, which you be cross-trained everywhere.
You think that's pretty much a routine now that we've got going on?
It is a routine, and also teach our people to kind of like bring some ideas how to be the best way to help them to cross-train and make sure that all the system that we're doing right here, it works. Like before. The saw, it was the the bottleneck, because everybody almost don't want to be there, because
the table saw.
Because it was because it was a hard. It is a hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work physically and mentally, right?
Mentally too. So
yeah,
if you start training people and you only have 2 to 3 hours max, every time you tell them to be on the saw, or because you know,
right?
They're like, no problem. But we're making the schedule,
right?
We decide to bring the people who's gonna be on the sawyers to make their own schedule.
Oh, really? So they work together as a team to create their schedule.
So like if all the sawyers, they're like on the same page, because they know when the time to go into the saw.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's on the same page. It's like I'm done with my. It's not like I'm done with my chef now. I don't know whose turn it is. Is the guy on the foreman's job is to make the schedule, and he's gonna deal with that.
He hands the baton to the next guy.
Yeah, that was like all those guys. They're like on the same page, and they know when they need to go to the saw.
So they worked on this together.
They worked together
to make
because
it
window was
real teamwork.
Window was a problem. So
right.
Like, it was hard to say, hey, now it's your turn. Hey, now it's your turn. So we decide how we can make that better.
Yeah. So you did it together as a group.
Yes.
So you got the buy-in.
Yeah. The really that we are a team. We work as a team, not like it's my job, it's not my job. You ask for help, you're never gonna say, oh, that's not my job.
Yeah.
That's not allowed to say that on the shop. You know, when people start in the beginning, new people, we're not allowed
Even
to
the new
say,
guys.
Even the new guys, I said, we're not allowed to say that's not my job because that's not how we work here.
Right.
You know, we all work in a group. You know, it's like in a team. You know, you need some help, no problem.
Cool. Well, thank you.
That's the main thing that I really like. You know, we are a team. You know,
Good.
everybody's on the same page.
So Tony's a phenomenal guy. Just got a heart of gold. Guys love him, and hopefully you can pick up some of that.
You have an amazing team. I mean, those are.
Look at his board relative to the other boards.
Yeah.
That's not even his board though.
It's the board, yeah.
That's not even his station.
Yeah.
That's just a station.
Right. We try to really. That's a good point
Well,
you
that
make.
one was better than others.
Right.
It's
the newest one.
Yeah.
It's the most
I think
recent addition.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, it's one of those things. I don't know if anyone's read any of Eckhart Tolle's work. A new. Dave, amen.
Buddy.
But we talk a lot about the ego and
Oh, yeah.
territory, and it's like
it's deep stuff, buddy.
you'd love it later.
You'd love it.
Yeah, it's
Why
pretty
are you
existential.
saying, did you see it on YouTube? Why are you saying read?
Yeah. We could. Hey, I started it. I admit it. Okay. But anyhow, the idea is if you can create an environment where you don't have territorial issues, you know, that's my toolbox. Who took my tools? These are the tools, and that's really, this is just a workstation. I don't have a desk anymore.
Well, all I can say is, you know, when I went out to Greg's place and saw it, the only way to describe it is, it's like going to a rock concert. To walk into his place, the energy that everybody has, the culture is so deeply embedded, it is crazy to be there. It's almost like nothing I've ever experienced before. So,
Thanks,
you
Paul.
guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.